I gotta sneeze.
Look at the sun.
Where?
I don't know. Yep.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a 2010 Audi R8 V10, and this one is fitted with a gated 6-speed manual transmission. The R8 has been out for over a decade now and has always been one of the more popular supercars, I would say, but also one of the more attainable and I guess daily drivable supercars as well. I think the R8 had a pretty big impact culturally. Tony Stark drove an R8, and it's just always been a very popular, prominent supercar. So let's take it out for a drive. Let's do this.
Agreed.
Exhaust valves are open. Sport suspension.
Engaged.
Engaged. Pushing P mode engaged.
P pushing. Go ahead, racer. Show them what you've got.
So we have a 5.2 liter naturally aspirated V10, 525 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 time of about 3.7 seconds, 3.8 seconds. I mean, with the manual, probably about 3.9.
With the way you use the manual, like 6.
Probably. Shares its platform with Lamborghini, and more specifically the Lamborghini Gallardo. Same engine, same transmission, same sound. The only difference with the R8 that I've actually preferred over the Lambos is that it's definitely more spacious inside. If you're a taller person, it's definitely better to have the R8. You have a lot more headroom in here. It's much more of like a sort of bubbly cabin. Yeah, steering in the corners, it's very well weighted, so it's very balanced. It's hard to find this sound nowadays in some of the newer supercars. Revs to 8,500 RPM. It sounds absolutely glorious. Sounds angry. Sounds properly enraged, like it's on roids.
Straight roided.
Stock exhaust on the V10 R8s sound great. The V8 R8 kind of gets some hate from some people because it's not the V10, and I think it sounds quite good for the V8. Kind of quiet though. This, more of a screamer.
I kind of zoned out for a second. I heard you just go, this is more of a screamer. And I was like, okay.
This is a 2010, as I said, and so it's what, 12 years old now? I know basic math. One thing that's quite refreshing with the first gen Audi R8, is they are just quite old school compared to everything now. Everything now is such crazy tech and performance, hybrid systems that are just insanely fast, kind of robotic steering. This is a more, like I said, back to basics kind of feel to it. Heavier steering, slower steering, but still amazing in the corners. And because you have all-wheel drive, you have tons of confidence behind the wheel. And let's talk about probably the best part about this car is the transmission. This is a 6-speed gated manual. It is very difficult to find a gated manual nowadays for a reasonable price, right? A modern Ferrari with a gated manual, you're gonna be paying about $200,000 range. $120,000, $130,000 range, you can get a gated manual V10. That is pretty nuts. It's tons of fun. It's something we don't have anymore. You don't get this kind of stuff anymore. Clutch is super light. It's kind of a surprise to me. I mean, I know it's an Audi, so you know, it's not a Countach, and it's as easy to drive as my old Volkswagen GTI. Visibility is also fantastic. I mean, I can see out pretty well. Of course, there's a couple of horrendous supercar blind spots that are just by default.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, in the corners, not as stressful to drive as some of the newer, say, Ferraris with they have insanely fast steering. Top speed on this car is about 200 miles an hour. You know, pretty traditional stuff, I would say. Jesus Christ. What is this, Kenya? Okay, let's go ahead. It's a very linear power band. It's nice. It's not so fast that you can't really like savor the moment, right? Some of the new cars are so quick you can't really take in the experience fully. But this car, it's fast enough for the street. You can use all the power all the time. Still be going at, you know, maybe prison for 5 years, not 20 years.
Not felon. We're not looking at felonies.
We're not looking at, you know, GTA 5 stars where the SWAT team comes in. That's not this car.
No FBI.
The 720S is FBI.
We're trying to keep it low level, you know.
Yeah. So
that Tampa Police Department.
Yeah. Try to keep it local. In here, it is quite spacious inside. Seats are quite comfortable. A lot of padding, I would say, but also good bolstering. It's a good balance of a performance, but also usable seat. One thing you are good at is being an NPC.
Greetings, traveler. Come around these parts often? I'm looking to assemble a crew. Do you have what it takes? Greetings, traveler. Come around these parts often? I'm looking to assemble a crew.
And, you know, because it's an Audi, it is quite reliable by supercar standards, we'll say. And yeah, you're getting a Lamborghini experience for less money. And that's something that's always been very appealing with the Audi R8. The R8's appeared in a lot of pop culture over the years, and it's always been a very loved supercar. I mean, I think it seems like everyone kind of at least likes an Audi R8. When you, like, people
No
like
one's against
R8s. Yeah, but, oh, okay, it's a solid car.
Yeah.
Or, you know, you could absolutely love it. You know, there's no one is really like hating on R8s. At least I haven't met them. If you buy an Audi R8, you know you made a great purchase. I'm gonna take a sip out of my Mandalorian corksicle real quick.
He's a loser. Nice.
I'm just keeping it in fourth right now. Just 4,000 RPM, just enjoying the noise and the sensations, taking it all in. Easy downshift, light clutch, light throws, Bang & Olufsen sound system. It is a great daily driver, as I said. And if you really want the best, you know, daily driver, I guess get the automatic, or with the later generation of the first gen R8s, the face of the first, you can get the S-Tronic dual clutch transmission. That's a great transmission as well. Yeah, turn in. It's immediate. There's nothing wrong with this car. I mean, I guess you could say looks are subjective. I mean, I've always liked the R8. Back in the day, Clarkson was like, oh, it's not balanced properly somehow. Like, it doesn't look... And I kind of...
This guy's an idiot.
Okay. I kind of know what he means, though, in a way. Like, the top half of the car is, like, kind of tall. It looks different from everything else. And it doesn't look like its sister car, the Gallardo. The rear grills, the front grills, the side intake has always looked fantastic. Even like the fuel cap looks really cool. I'll tell you what, this could just be me. If you go to shift really fast in this thing, the gear knob has like some weird like ridges in it. You feel like some weird friction cuts after quite some time. But other than that, you know, maybe just don't go Vin Diesel, you know, and you can just shift at a normal pace and your skin will stay intact. God, my finger's all red. My finger's legitimately red.
Stop talking.
It feels like I have an infection. Whoa. Push and pee?
I'll quit.
When the R8 came out, it really was a sort of stepping stone in the sort of usable supercar category. It was one of the first true supercars where you could drive it every day. And now a lot of modern supercars are like that. I mean, you can drive pretty much anything now every day. From a daily aspect, it kind of paved the way for what we have today. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.
14 lashings. For your betrayal against the king and his lords, we will send you to the dungeon for 14 lashings.